So it just felt somewhat appropriate to start here. To see the difference when there's not a stack of toolboxes and shit and drawers standing there in the way. Yeah. So of course I'm gonna start setting aside things for the swap because now we're getting into another countdown for it to go back in the car. But yeah, so I mean, of course, I still got some organization to do, but for the most part, this is cleared out. This area is all less a fucking mess, besides the fact that there's dirt everywhere, and there's not really much I can do about that except dumping water on it and sweeping the water out. And I'm just not gonna do that. I'm gonna let it rain again. So it rain. It's clear blue fucking skies. That's why I decided, I had to come out here and do this. But it's been raining a lot, so I have no doubt it's gonna rain again and clean my floor for me. And here's this. So you can see here, it's a bit of an issue as far as workspace goes, and I couldn't really bring everything out all the way to the edge because I don't have a wall here. But I did, like I said I was gonna do. I used the wall to cover the parts. But yeah, man, dude, the ends of this shit take up a large amount of space. I was able to fix my little tool cart. When I told you guys, when I moved, the wheels came out from underneath it, and it fucking buckled on me, and it wouldn't hold any weight anymore. So I laid it down, and my intention was to see how bad the damage was, and I was going to run some self-tapping screws through there to lock the wheels back down. But turns out that it's an overlap. The metal overlaps just like a metal box that goes underneath the flaps on the bottom of the tool cart. So I just smacked it with a fucking hammer, popped it back in place, and then I smacked the edges of the hammer on the metal to fold it in to hold it. And I put all the fucking drawers back in there, if you saw it on Instagram, and I wheeled it around and shit, and it didn't buckle on me like it had been before. So fixed. Yes, $1,100 tool cart saved from the garbage by a hammer. That hammer right there. Yeah, so I'm really happy about that because it gives me a huge amount of tool storage compared to the Harbor Freight thing, which, despite the fact that it generally used to keep all my stuff I needed for the work, I think I'm going to switch out again now. Yeah, so now these toolboxes definitely need to be organized. It's still just like thrown together from the move, but this is like the major thing that had to get done, and now it is. As far as water damage goes, I think so far the only thing that caught any major damage, so it was the K20A3, the short block that was kind of open. It's rusted out now. But anyway, I can fix that shit. And then there's the single cam, which I still gotta assess. I don't know how fucked up that is inside. That luckily for me, I had a fully covered head on there to like stop the water from getting in and whatnot. So hopefully when I take that head off, it's not really bolted down. It's got like two head bolts in it. So when I take that head off, hopefully it's not fucked up and I don't have to take apart the Vitara just to redo it again. That would be really aggravating. So yeah. So what the plan would be so far right now for engine building is I'm going to run a light out here because I prefer to do it at night, like you guys know. But even then, that might be an iffy thing just because of mosquitoes. I don't know. I just know that so far that I had to get this shit ready to go. I do know that I can no longer store parts like I used to. I can't just stash shit. So I really, really, really want to whittle away at what I have. I'm not going to buy any more engines unless unless it's going to be to immediately rebuild and sell, which is what I didn't want to do, but I don't really have much choice now because of living space and workspace. So what I would do when I come to the engine building, I just roll the cart out. Whichever cart is the secondary cart will get rolled over into this corner, and then whatever the main cart is will just get rolled to the edge, and I'll have this space here to work in, which isn't a lot, but you guys know you guys know that have watched the channel since back in the day that I'm used to working in really, really tight spaces when it comes to the engine. I even got me a chair over there so I can sit down, so it's gonna be great. The other idea I have right now would be that the landlord, like I mentioned a while back, has extended our yard area or fenced in our yard. So and they're like hinting at me to buy a shed because I got stuff on my porch they don't want sitting there, but they're gonna have to suck a dick because I can't buy a shed. Or pre-mades are expensive. I'm gonna go and look at them again and see if I can't find something that's pre-made that I can set back here. But if I can't get something like that, then I'm kind of thinking about getting those like the ones I was thinking about originally putting back there. Like one of those Walmart $60 10x10s and like put it in the corner. Put it in the corner here. So that way it's got two hard walls, and then it would just be two open spaces, and I could put it with a tarp, because Walmart sells tarps that are made for that, and just like stake them into the ground, and then put like some pallets or something here to like even out the ground, and then I could have like a 10x10 space right here in the back that I could just store parts. It would be 100% just for storing parts. It would be stacking shit. But the ideal situation right now will be to start unloading some of the stuff I have, even if it means tossing in the fucking garbage a little bit at a time. But you know, one day at a time for that. And today, a lot of work got done. I'm very happy for it. Yeah, I don't know. You probably can't tell from me, but you know, I'm back to sweating like a whore, like I was back in the old days in that shop I had. When I was going to start this fucking video, I was trying to wipe the phone down, and I couldn't find a dry spot on my clothes to do it. But whatever. It's the weekend for me, so well, it's the weekend for everybody. It's Sunday, right? It's the weekend, so you know, not a big deal. I don't have to be out here too long. I think I've only been like out for like an hour or two, and I think I got a lot of shit taken care of in that time. Especially if you guys remember seeing old pictures of how fucking disorganized and jacked up it was out here. I might have one on Instagram, I'm not sure. Now, as far as work goes, as far as going to build the next project, the next engine, I don't really have any plans right now to build the next engine. I have that short block that's complete, I have the single cam that's complete, and I have the CSS block that's complete. And so right now, I'm sure you guys are happy to hear this, but instead of me fucking with the engines, I'm going to try and focus on finishing the next car. I was going to go out to see Keith today, but Keith didn't hit me up, so I guess he's not ready. He's been pretty on me for going out there to chill with him, so I figure if he didn't hit me up today, that means he must have been busy or wasn't ready for me to come. So I took the time today to do this. And so I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna start putting aside stuff for the swap, and I'm probably gonna go out here a little bit and to my trunk of my car, unload the parts there. So I got more parts to add to the stash, and I think I'm gonna probably roll out this cart, put it in the back, put the rest of the parts I have in the back. Now, I know it seems like it's open back there, but there's an overhang for the house, so water doesn't really come down too hard. But regardless, I have this piece still that's going to be plenty of coverage, and I'm going to put it back there to cover whatever I'm going to stash back there, which isn't too much. It's a trunk full, but it's not like it's going to take up a lot of square footage back here. Just a couple of engine blocks and whatnot. And then I think I'm going to pay a visit to Blake's house again sometime today in the afternoon, in the later afternoon, and get the transmission and stuff and bring it over here, so that way I can start looking over the long block and start prepping it, because like I've preached to you guys before, like I want it, the harness in place, everything on, you know, not the distributor and stuff like that, but I want a lot of the stuff ready to go. I don't want to have to drop a swap in and still be working around it once it's in the car to try and get it finished. So anyway, not a super exciting video, but I just thought I'd give you guys a fucking update on what's going on and show you that we're making progress here, because I know that a lot of you guys have been impatient to see some other shit happen, and it is stuff that I want to do. It's just I don't expect 2018 to be exciting. We got like a quarter and a half of the year left, like a quarter and a month, half a month, a quarter and 2 weeks. So for this year to be finished, and I'm going to just take the rest of these 3 months here I'm going to be working on the Integra. Hopefully the Integra is ready to go by the end of the year. Well, hopefully even before that. You know, dropping the swap in is going to be the last major step, and this could be like mock up the turbo kit and stuff, that getting ready for the tune. Hopefully by December that car will be on the rollers, and you know, and then hopefully once 2019 comes around, I'll be more focused on this shit back here and actually producing engines again and getting back to what I originally planned, which was you know, overhauling blocks, or even just getting a mass amount of blocks, maybe even putting wooden shells on here in the back, and then have block all prepped and ready to go. You know, or bare short blocks, because I think that there's definitely some money to be made on eBay, and I think that some of the shit that I have here that's kind of useless for me, I might strip down and clean up and just probably post on eBay, like some of these little Y7 heads or whatnot, do like a quick refurbish or whatnot, just that way I can make a little money and without, you know, make some use of the shit that I've been holding on to for the last 3 or 4 years. All right, guys, that's it. Quick little update. Oh yeah, I'm gonna see about that series I told you about, that the little short series or that video series about the parts. It's kind of gonna come. Maybe I'll see if I can get the first part of it out today. The first one I'm gonna do is gonna be head gaskets. All right, guys. Peace.